Somewhere in his 50s, a man wakes up and feels like a slightly dimmer version of himself. Not sick, not broken, just less. Less drive, less edge, less of whatever used to get him out of bed before the alarm even rang. And here's the unsettling part. By the end of this video, you'll understand exactly why that happens, and it has almost nothing to do with age itself. Most men blame the calendar. They assume 50 just feels different, and there's nothing to be done about it. But that belief is wrong, and the science proves it. Two men, same age, same genetics even, can have wildly different testosterone levels. The difference isn't luck. It's 5 habits. 5 habits so small, so boring, so easy to ignore, that almost nobody connects them to the energy crash men chalk up to just getting older. Quick science kept simple. Testosterone isn't just about masculinity or performance. It drives muscle retention, bone strength, mental focus, motivation, even how your body handles stress. It's produced in a feedback loop between your brain and your testes, a system so sensitive it reacts to sleep, stress, food, and movement almost daily. Disrupt that system long enough, and it quietly turns the dial down. No warning, no symptoms at first, just less. Habit number 1. Sleep that looks fine on paper, but isn't. Most men in their 50s sleep 7, even 8 hours, and assume that's enough. Here's what they don't know. Most testosterone production happens during deep sleep, specifically in the early hours of the night. Scroll on your phone before bed, drink wine with dinner, wake up twice to use the bathroom. You can still hit 8 hours and completely miss that hormonal window. One study found that just 1 week of disrupted sleep can measurably drop testosterone in healthy men. Now imagine that pattern repeated for 10 years. That's not aging. That's an invisible leak. Habit number 2. The stress that never feels like an emergency. Not a crisis, not a single bad day. The quiet, constant hum of bills, deadlines, family pressure, the mental weight of just keeping life running. That kind of stress keeps cortisol elevated for months, sometimes years. And cortisol and testosterone share something scientists call a seesaw relationship. When cortisol stays high, your body assumes it's under threat, and it shifts resources away from testosterone production to deal with that perceived danger. It's not weakness. It's biology doing exactly what it was designed to do, just in a world that never lets the threat switch turn off. Habit number 3. The disappearance of resistance. Not laziness, just convenience. Cars instead of stairs, chairs instead of standing, errands instead of effort. Muscle isn't just for looks. It's active tissue that talks directly to your hormones. Lose muscle, and your body has less reason to maintain the testosterone that supports it. Lose testosterone, and you lose muscle faster. It's a loop. And most men don't notice they're in it until their clothes fit differently and their energy doesn't match the man they remember being. Habit number 4. What's quietly sitting in the kitchen. Not one bad meal, the repeated stuff. Processed carbs, sugar. A few drinks most nights, nothing dramatic, just routine. That pattern feeds insulin resistance, and insulin resistance is directly linked to lower testosterone. Alcohol adds another twist. It can suppress testosterone production directly, and it activates an enzyme called aromatase, especially in men carrying extra weight around the midsection, which converts existing testosterone into estrogen. So the body fat increases the conversion. The conversion makes losing that fat even harder, and most men have no idea this loop is even running. Habit number 5. The one nobody talks about. The slow fade of purpose and connection. Fewer close friends. less novelty, less reason to chase anything new. This sounds emotional, not medical, but here's the twist. Testosterone is tightly linked to your brain's motivation and reward circuits. Men who stay socially engaged, mentally challenged, and driven by some kind of purpose tend to show stronger hormonal resilience as they age. Boredom and isolation aren't just lonely. They're biologically expensive. Here's what makes this so dangerous. These habits don't operate alone. Bad sleep fuels more stress. Stress kills motivation to exercise. No exercise pushes you toward easy, processed food. And less energy pulls you away from people and purpose. One habit quietly opens the door for the next, until 5 small things become one large, invisible decline that feels like aging, but was actually built, brick, by routine. Now here's the part most videos skip. None of this is permanent. Testosterone isn't a number fixed at birth. It's a response to how you live, recorded daily. Improve sleep quality, even slightly, and hormonal patterns respond. Manage chronic stress through real recovery, not just willpower, and cortisol pressure eases. Reintroduce resistance training, even briefly, a few times a week, and your body gets the signal to rebuild rather than retreat. Cut back on processed sugar and alcohol, and insulin sensitivity improves. Rebuild purpose and connection, and the motivation circuits tied to testosterone respond too. This isn't about chasing the body you had at 20. It's about understanding that the decline you assumed was fate was actually feedback. And feedback can change. No single video, supplement, or quick fix changes biology overnight. And anyone promising a guaranteed cure is selling something, not science. What actually changes things is attention. Small, repeated, boring attention. The same kind that caused the decline in reverse. The body isn't punishing you for getting older. It's simply reflecting what it's been given. Maybe the real question isn't why energy fades after 50. Maybe it's how much of that fade was ever actually about age at all. If you found this useful, the next video breaks down exactly how to rebuild each of these 5 areas step by step. And subscribing means you won't miss it. Either way, take a moment today and ask yourself which one of these 5 habits has quietly been running your life without you noticing. That answer alone might be worth more than anything else in this video. This video is for general health education and is not a substitute for professional medical advice. If you have concerns about hormonal health or related symptoms, please consult a licensed healthcare provider.